I am fascinated by our metabolism and hormones, which is great for you because when your fat loss strategy is centered around these two things, you're going to succeed. The problem is most women want to lose weight to get healthy instead of getting healthy to lose weight. A healthy body will help get rid of all of the unwanted weight gain that you want, but a stressed out, lethargic, sluggish body will only allow you to survive. We don't want to survive, we want to thrive. That's how you're gonna achieve healthy weight loss. This video will shed some light on what it takes to speed up your metabolism. The good news is if you're following this video and my program, you're probably already doing most of these things. So 10 powerful ways women can increase metabolism to lose fat fast. Number 1, you wanna build lean muscle. Muscle burns fat. Muscle burns fat. Guess what? Muscle burns fat. Nothing else. Which is why we work out the way we do, we eat the way that we do. To build lean muscle. Not bulky muscle, but lean, attractive, toned muscles. Which is why you might experience some weight gain initially during the first week or two, or even up to 2 months when starting a metabolic resistance training program. This is totally normal. In fact, it's expected. When I had my own gym as a personal trainer, I always warned women before you lose weight, you might feel a little bit of bloating and even some weight gain. Since you can't get rid of fat in a week or two, it took time to put it on. It's going to take time to take it off. Your muscle will actually push the fat out, which may make you feel like your clothes are tighter, but this is all part of the process. During the muscle building phase, you'll lose water weight, but gain muscle weight. But you'll also boost your metabolism and create health. After the necessary muscle building phase, 1 to 4 weeks or so, usually 2, this is when the fat, not just weight, will start melting off. Fact, your body burns more calories maintaining muscle than it does maintaining fat. Fact number 2, the more lean muscle you build, the more calories your body will burn throughout the day while you're resting and while you're sleeping. And fact number 3, which means that building muscle does boost your metabolism. The bottom line, building lean muscle burns more fat. Number 2, you want to eat more calories. Believe it or not, most women eat too few calories, causing them to go into metabolic starvation mode, which eventually slows down the basal metabolic rate, the last thing you want to do. For fat loss, you don't ever want to go under 1,500 calories. And to be honest, to get healthy, you're probably going to be closer to 1,800, but eating less on low activity days. I'll talk about more on that later. Instead of forcing yourself to eat more calories or obsessing about calories in general, just focus on improving your food quality and adding some of the foods on the list that I'm going to be discussing in this video. Sure, to lose weight, you technically need to be in a calorie deficit, but if you aren't eating enough high quality nutrients and minerals that allow your metabolism to function at its optimal high level, you could end up never being in a calorie deficit, even eating 800 calories. The goal should always be to address your food quality and balancing your macronutrient ratios, which will naturally increase your calories and your metabolism. Number 3, you want to balance your snacks. Just like you should be balancing your main meals with a protein, carb, and a fat, balancing your snacks will help keep your blood sugar stable, your hormones balanced, and your metabolism ignited throughout the day. For example, you want to combine a protein with the carb, like a hard-boiled egg and a piece of fruit, or a piece of cheese and a piece of fruit. Hummus and vegetables, or even potato chips baked in coconut oil or olive oil, and beef jerky and coconut water. You kind of get the picture. Snacking can make or break your fat burning and metabolism efforts if you aren't doing it what I call strategically snacking. To strategically snack, you need to first make the choice to balance your snacks. Then you need to decide to plan and prepare your snacks ahead of time so you don't get caught in a situation where you either aren't snacking at all or eating enough calories, or you choose immediate gratification over long-term health. Number 4, drink more coconut water. Speaking of coconut water, this is one of the best pre-workout foods you can consume. You get an immediate surge from the healthy natural sugars, electrolytes to replenish you, and much needed calories to sustain a healthy metabolism for exercise. If you're hesitant to try coconut water or don't think your kids will like it, find the flavored coconut water varieties, but avoid the coconut water from concentrate. Try to stay away from the Gatorades, the vitamin waters, and other processed sugary imposters. Number 5, avoid these 3 inflammatory foods: gluten or wheat, unsaturated vegetable oils, and high fructose corn syrup and sugar are the three biggest contributors to a slow metabolism in our society. So the one obvious way to boost your metabolism is to avoid the foods that are overloading our livers and digestive systems and inhibiting our thyroid function. Substitute your bread with gluten-free bread or no bread at all, your tortillas with corn tortillas, ideally organic, your canola oils with coconut oil, and your sugar with honey or stevia, or just go super low sugar. Read your labels. Oils, flour, high fructose corn syrup are in everything these days. Remember this, if you're in a state of inflammation, your body will not help you boost your metabolism or excess fat. Get out of inflammation by avoiding inflammatory foods. You get out of inflammation, your body will start caring how you look in your skinny jeans. Number 6, eat these 3 thyroid boosting foods. Enough doom and gloom. Coconut oil, grass-fed beef, and fruits and vegetables. The one thing all nutritional experts agree on is if you need adequate protein and you need to eat your vegetables. Fruit is like nature's candy, so if you have a sweet tooth, try a few blueberries first. And coconut oil is one of the most healthiest, most stable fats or oil on the planet, meaning it doesn't oxidize or become rancid like most other oils. Oxidation is what causes excess free radicals in the body, which are the main cause of accelerated aging and oxidative stress. Grass-fed beef is the best protein source on the planet, providing you with all the amino acids required to build lean muscle. Remember this, to get out of inflammation, you need to eat anti-inflammatory foods. Number 7, you want to limit carbs on low activity days. The more you exercise, the more carbs you can afford to eat. Carbs are fuel for our bodies, so they give you energy for exercise and all of your metabolic processes. But if you're inactive, say all day Wednesday, but decide to eat a gluten-free sandwich for lunch, a bunch of fruit for a snack, and then sweet potatoes for dinner, that is a lot of carbs for a day that you didn't exercise. That eating day should look more like a day that you're coming to a workout session. Eat a lower carb day if you're planning on skipping or having to skip a workout session. I'm not saying to avoid carbs at all costs or eat all the carbs on workout days. I'm saying carbs are energy. Think about them as an energy food. You need them, but you don't need a lot of them most days. You need less on low energy days, no exercise, and more on high energy days, exercise days. Number 8, do high intensity interval training. I'm a huge promoter of short bursts of intense exercise for a relatively short period of time. Remember, intensity varies from individual to individual. In other words, your intensity might be more or less at any given time than another woman you could be comparing yourself to. First off, you shouldn't compare yourself to other women. You should only compare your today with your yesterday. You're improving in some way, right? Awesome. Now, don't let high intensity scare you off. Not only is HIIT or high intensity interval training, or I like to call it metabolic training, the fastest way to drop pounds in inches, but it's the best form of exercise to boost your metabolism since it keeps your cortisol levels low. High cortisol levels from exercise like long bouts of cardio have been shown to break down muscle tissue, thus slowing your metabolism. Number 9, you want to perfect your sleep rhythms. Sleeping might not have any calories or nutrients, but it can either positively or negatively affect your ability to burn fat. The ideal time to get to sleep is from 10 to 10:30, and we should be getting 6 to 7.5 hours of sleep, depending on your day's workload, stress level, etc. The reality is, when you don't sleep, you're disrupting your hormones. These hormonal fluctuations range from elevated appetite to low energy levels to increased stress hormones. If you're having trouble sleeping, try chilling out, meditating for 10 minutes before bed, try avoiding devices 30 minutes before bed, try reading a book for a few minutes. Getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night is essential to your metabolic success. Finally, number 10, live by the 80-20 principle. I mention this a lot because it's important to live and eat in a way that causes the least amount of stress. Stress, like sleep, is a silent killer or a strong promoter of fat loss. Elevated stress hormones will halt weight loss completely until they were addressed. What helps control these hormones? Eating real foods, exercising 3 to 4 times a week, sleeping well, being happy, and not stressing about much, especially your lifestyle, since you have so much control over it. The 80-20 rule isn't black and white either. One day you might be 90-10, the next 85-15, and then oops, you're on vacation and it's a 50-50 day. The goal is to have more 80+ days than 70- days. When you do that, you'll effortlessly lose weight and you'll actually enjoy yourself. Boosting and increasing your metabolism isn't all about calories and exercise. Your metabolism literally controls everything, your moods, your emotions, sex drive, and more. I've discovered that there are at least 7 common foods that most people falsely think are healthy, but they actually are killing your metabolism and preventing you from getting a fat-burning metabolism. Discover what these metabolic killers are by clicking the link down in the description. I will put it in the first comment as well. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you learned anything and if you're just energized and positive and ready to tackle your weight loss head on, then hit that like button. And better yet, if you learned 2 things and are extra ready and energetic, then subscribe to my channel for more videos just like this one. I appreciate you. Thanks.